Hey guys, what's up? Zach here. Today we are here on F1 2014 career mode. Today we are here with round number 4 here in China and hoping for a decent race as always, but China's never been a track I've been particularly good at. It's like an alright track. It's never been particularly amazing, it's never been particularly bad, so I was hoping for solid points here today in China and expecting the car, as you can see, my teammate 3rd place, I expect the car to be good, so I think that we got a good chance of being probably in the top 5 by the end of this race. I'm not too sure why, but my game is sort of auto set for it to be in this camera view, so sorry about that. I had to work out where the camera change button was, but finally we found it, back into our regular view now. At the back of the grid and the lights are out and away we go. Ericsson, Chilton, Bianchi as always near the back of the grid, and it looks like Kobayashi's actually had the best of the rest. Did he qualify Maldonado? I'm not even too sure, but anyway, into turn 1, round the outside of a couple of people here, and look, I'm trying to be cautious here, and I sort of accidentally make a slight mistake here going to the grass, and then the track just sort of disappears. So I try and rejoin the track here and go side by side with Maldonado, not intentionally, but then I put my foot down with grass all over my tyres and I go into half spin onto the grass. So I was trying to be cautious because you guys don't like it when I just dive up the inside of people and then I just go in half spin. So I was like, okay, screw that, I'm going to just go aggressive and overtake as many people as possible, as that's what we're here to do at the end of the day. We don't want to just stick behind the cage rooms and the Marushas forever. So yeah, a quick dive down the inside of a couple of people there as they were going about 3 miles an hour on the corner. So I thought, might as well just get past them as they're doing like no miles an hour. So yeah, first lap obviously, once again, AI just showing they're slow. So I took advantage of that, sort of throwing it down the inside of Maldonado there, then nearly spinning it out there over the curbs. And Maldonado manages to get back past me there. So a good move by Maldonado to get back past here. But a sort of Daniel Ricciardo-esque move there, sort of a very late braking move down the inside, but it nearly worked out, but I actually outbraked myself massively. So yeah, but luckily I managed to get past Maldonado, who makes a slight mistake going around a little bit wider than needed, and we managed to get up into 16th place there. So a bit of a strange first lap there. It wasn't a good first lap in any way, but a bit more realistic, I'd say, in terms of how many positions I gained over the first lap than the other races I've done. I don't know, but I guess it's just because I'm not as good at this track. But yeah, anyway, 15th place is ahead of us now, and Gutierrez is the person that currently holds that position, and we'll go across the start finish line any second now. Slightly hitting that bollard a bit there, but anyway, we'll try and ignore that as we go across the start finish line. Less than a second behind Gutierrez here, and we should be able to, well, we've got quite a lot of speed into turn 1. Where are we going to look? Are we going to look to the inside here? Well, we look to the inside, a bit of extra throttle, a bit of contact there, and we decided to back off, but Gutierrez just doesn't put the throttle on. So I was like, well, I'm not going to wait for Gutierrez forever. So I gave him his like 2 or 3 seconds of where he could have got back past me, but I'm not waiting there forever for him to actually overtake me again. And he's even been overtaken by Maldonado now. So yeah, bad times for Gutierrez there, and he drops down into 17th or 18th place now. They're not even too sure. Maybe Kobayashi got past him. Now skipping ahead to lap number 3. And we've got some more action. You can see Grosjean, Suttel and all that lot are braking very late into the hairpin, but all go sort of concertinaing up, and we've actually got a good move now on Grosjean. We've actually managed to get onto the inside here, just a slight overlap, and managed to get the move there done on Grosjean, and managed to get ourselves into 14th place here and have the DRS, but so does Grosjean. So we're going down the main straight here, trying to catch Suttel, who I don't think has DRS, and we somehow don't catch him whatsoever, but we should be able to get past the Sauber quite quickly here. It's not a very fast car, but it's weird to see the McLarens at the front of this queue. I think it's Button, who's in 11th place here, who's having a bad race. He's quite far down the order and outside the points, so that's not good for him whatsoever. So it's weird to see him so far down. Obviously, we were in the McLaren last year and having points pretty much every single race. So now Kvyat is the next person on the list after we just sort of drove around the outside of Suttel as we were running side by side. I braked a bit later and managed to get that move done. So good for me, 13th place here, not that far outside the points, and obviously this McLaren, I think it's Button, in 11th place, so we've got quite a, well, not quite a big gap, but a little gap to the car in front of him. So Kvyat, we'd assume to get past him quite quickly. He's not the fastest AI or car in this game, so I'd assume to get past him quite quickly. And once again, one of those sort of one look one way and then the other moves on Kvyat, we managed to get that move done. Then we go and do a nice little move down the inside of Button and get 11th place there, and nearly spin it on the exit of the corner, but we do manage to keep control. and keep the position there. P11, and Massa is the person in front of us here. I'm not too sure whether you can really see it on the screen, but very, very soon, I think maybe lap 8 or 9, the rain is going to start coming down. So you can see the skies have got a bit darker over this race, and the rain is about to come, and everyone's going to the pits. So I was like, what do I do? Do I just stick to the normal strategy, or do I risk it with the inters? I decided to stick to the normal strategy because generally the AI don't do anything silly. They always just stick to the dry tyres and always just somehow finish, even if it's raining, like pouring down. They still manage to finish on dry tyres. You can see here, look at the Williams to come out quite close in front of me here. I was actually a bit like worried that he was like glitch into me or something there, where they let him out at the wrong time, but luckily no glitches or anything happened, and we come out in 15th place. So Massa should be pretty easy to get past once we've got a little bit closer here. We might be able to go for a late braking manoeuvre into the next hairpin in a second here. We've actually got quite a bit of speed here on Massa. We've got the slipstream, the ever so slight slipstream on Massa as well, so we should be able to have a good move down the inside here. Got a lot more speed down the inside. We've got the fast fuel mixture as well, so that helps out a lot. And yeah, that moves us up into 14th place, but obviously cars are going to pit ahead, including Shilton, who will just dive into the pit lane there. So that's a couple of more cars out the way. We'll see more and more people in the pit lane. I've got to say, good strategy from the Ferrari guys. Something that I don't say in the co-op career. I say bad strategy from the Williams guys. But in general, the Ferrari strategy is always really good. And we've actually jumped quite a few cars, haven't we? Up into 8th place there. But we lost the place again to Perez. So we're going to make the move yet again on Perez. This wasn't even supposed to be a move. It was just sort of supposed to be maybe sort of scaring the AI a little bit, so I'd maybe go offline and so I could get past him on the exit of the corner. But he just left the door wide open. I was like, might as well take this position. But yeah, the gap to Bottas just went up and up. My tyres just went off and off, and basically I was just left with a terrible car at the end of this race. You'll see the gap here, 10 seconds to Bottas, and maybe a bit of a slight corner cut there, but we'll try and gloss over that, as generally this wasn't the best race in the world. But I suppose with the conditions how they were, I could have done a lot worse in this race. So 8th place would be 4 decent points. I'm not going to say good points, but I'd say decent points to add on to our tally here and leave us, I'd assume, still within a small chance of the championship. But look at this, Bottas has gone way out in the distance, but we've still got the Force India Perez and the McLaren of Magnussen quite close behind us here. But yeah guys, I'm sorry this wasn't the most thrilling race in the world. Obviously they're not all going to be incredibly exciting, but I'm going to hope to bring the most exciting highlights I possibly can for this series. And thanks again for you guys for coming over to this channel and subscribing because of this series. I think this channel actually gained about 500 subscribers over the last week or so because of this series going over to this channel. So a massive thank you. I really do appreciate that. And hopefully you enjoy all the other series on this channel as well, like Co-op Career, Go-Karting, MotoGP, F1 Championship Edition, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy that as well as this career mode. So there's the Drivers' Championship for you to look at. 40 points behind Hamilton, that's not too good, is it? But still in 4th place, ahead of my teammates, so that's all good. But yeah, thanks again for watching guys, I appreciate it. I'll be uploading 4 times a week, I think, for the next couple of months. So hopefully that will be enjoyable for you guys to watch. But yeah, thanks again for watching, I appreciate it massively. It's been Axe, I'm out here. Goodbye.